Hey Margo, it's Fiona. When you called me yesterday and asked me if I wanted to participate in the radio show tonight, I first thought, oh, my throat is shut. My allergies have just gone into overdrive the last little while. I sound terrible. But then I thought, well, who cares? I do want to say something. I want to say thank you to everybody that has carried me these last several weeks. To my 5 sisters, Anne, Martina, Julie, Maria, and Brenda, and to my mother, Mary, all of them in Ireland, and somehow through WhatsApp, What's Not App, Marco Polo, FaceTime, God knows what, they have just literally carried me through these last several weeks, laughing and crying and tearing my hair out and telling me to go to bed and reminding me to eat, and they're just wonderful. And I know they're listening, so thank you all, really. And to my 3 boys, who really have been like 3, standing stones around me since John left. There when I need them to lean on, and I have. And then they know when to step back, and they know when Mom wants to be by herself for a while, and they did that too. Thanks, boys. I really love you more than I can say here. And to the fans, oh my God, the fans. John truly, honestly, had the best fans, has the best fans, literally, in the world. And he loved you all. Truly did. Sincerely, honestly loved you. And the last 5 years I was on the road with him, I got to meet so many of you. And those I didn't get to meet, I saw all your faces as I stood on the side of the stage every night, watching the show, watching your faces, listening to every word, watched him just have, as people would say, living his best life. That's what he did. That's how he lived his best life, on stage, singing his songs for all of you. John loved that you trusted not just him, but trusted his songs. He loved that families played his songs, whether you were celebrating births or weddings, barbecues in the backyard, fishing trips, family get-togethers, or at times that were less happy, when families had to say goodbye to loved ones, or when a son went overseas, or when a baby got really sick. And at those times, I know, because you wrote to us, you told us you listened to John's music, and that was really important to him. I used to call John Mr. America. I probably will still call him Mr. America, because he represented everything that is incredible about this country, which is my adopted home. I love this country. And yeah, he was Mr. America. He was a regular, hardworking Midwest guy who loved his family, loved his mom, loved his dad, his uncles, his aunts, his cousins. Loved nothing more than sitting around singing songs and telling stories. And I think that's what I think about when I think of America. I think of families that do that. And I'm really proud to be here. I'm proud to have raised my boys here. And I can't really think of anywhere else I would go. Not everything is perfect. John sure knew that. And a lot of what was happening made him sad. But he always believed in this country and in the heartbeat of this country, in the people. So I will look forward to seeing you all. Hopefully we can all get together and have a big party sometime and play songs and laugh and cry and talk about John and remember him and raise a handsome Johnny in his memory. And even though I say those words and I know they're real, it still seems so distant to say that he's not here. But time will go on and I will be fine and my boys will be okay and we're going to continue to run the record company, which, you know, I'm looking forward to. There's so much music and there's so many things that were left undone. And so we'll be excited to share those with all of you in time. So I'll just say good night and take good care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you all soon. And thank you, Margo, sweetheart. I love you. Talk soon. Bye-bye.
Hey, y'all. Welcome to episode 2, part 2 of Runaway Horses. I'm Margo Price. We're continuing our celebration of the life and music of the late, great John Prine. And I'm going to start this week with the live album that John released in 1988 on his label, Oh Boy Records. And this was recorded in San Juan Capistrano, California at the Coach House. I'm going to kick things off with one of my favorite songs about marijuana, Illegal Smile.
Well, we're making a live record here, and that's not until the end of side 3. Matter of fact, this is your big chance to get on the record right now. Help me out with the words on this one. When I woke up this morning, things were looking bad. Seemed like total silence. I was the only friend I had. A bowl of oatmeal tried to stare me down and won. And it was 12 o'clock before I realized I was having no fun. But fortunately, I have the key to escape reality. And you may see me tonight with an illegal smile. It don't cost very much, but it lasts a long while. Won't you please tell the man I didn't kill anyone? No, I'm just trying to have me some fun. Well, last time I checked my bankroll, it was getting thin. Sometimes it seems like the bottom is the only place I've been. I chased a rainbow down a one-way street, dead end. And all my friends turned out to be insurance salesmen. But fortunately, I have the key to escape reality. And you may see me tonight with an illegal smile. It don't cost very much, but it lasts a long while. Won't you please tell the man I didn't kill anyone? No, I'm just trying to have me some fun. It's nothing. It really is nothing. Well, I sat down in my closet with all my overalls, trying to get away from all the years inside my walls. I dreamed the police heard everything I thought. What then? Well, I went to court and the judge's name was Hoffman. But fortunately, now this is your turn, so coming up. Not too perfect, we want to sound like a regular crowd. I have the key to escape reality, and you may see me tonight with an illegal smile. You don't cost very much, but it lasts a long while. Won't you please tell the man I didn't kill anyone? I'm just trying to have me some fun. Well done, son of a gun, hot dog bun, Attila the Hun, my sister. to none.
And that, of course, was Bonnie Raitt with John Prine on Angel from Montgomery. And I love hearing them do that song together. I witnessed it once at the Ryman in Nashville about a year and a half ago. And it was a really incredible moment just to see them sing that song together after all the years of their friendship. Next, I'm going to be playing 2 songs from the Missing Years, and this was kind of considered a comeback album for John because he hadn't made a record in a while. This was 1991, and I actually found a copy of this in my grandmother's basement, found a cassette tape of it, and it absolutely changed my life. The writing is so good, so funny. Howie Epstein produced it, and he was the bass player in Tom Petty's Heartbreakers. So this album has an insane amount of guests. It was recorded in Howie's home, and John basically said it was like a hallway or like a guest bedroom that they were recording in. So it was like 3 feet by 3 feet. And it features vocals from Bruce Springsteen, Bonnie Raitt, Phil Everly, Tom Petty, and John Mellencamp. I mean, the list just goes on and on. The first song I'm going to play here is Picture Show with Tom Petty.
A young man from a small town with a very large imagination lay alone in his room with his radio on, looking for another station. And when the static from the mouthpiece gave way to the sound below, James Dean went out to Hollywood and put his picture in a picture show. James Dean went out to Hollywood and put his picture in a picture show. And it's, oh, Daddy, get off of your knees. Mama, why'd you have to go? Your darling Jim is out on a limb. I put my picture in a picture show. Oh, oh, my picture in a picture show. Hamburgers, cheeseburgers, Wilbur and Orville Wright, John Garfield in the afternoon, Montgomery Clift at night. And when the static hit the mouthpiece, it gave way to the sound below. James Dean went out to Hollywood and put his picture in a picture show. And it's, oh, Daddy, get off of your knees. Mama, why'd you have to go? Your darling Jim is out on a limb. Put my picture in a picture show. Whoa, whoa, my picture in a picture show. In a wigwam, sitting on a reservation, with a big black hole in the belly of his soul, waiting on an explanation, while the white man sits on a fat can and takes pictures of the Navajo. Every time he clicks his Kodak fix, he steals a little bit of soul. Every time he clicks his Kodak fix, he steals a little bit of soul. And it's, oh, Daddy, get off of your knees. Mama, why'd you have to go? Your darling Jim is out on a limb. I put my picture in a picture show. Whoa, whoa, my picture in a picture show. My picture in a picture show. Let's go. small town with a very large imagination.
We were standing by peaceful waters, standing by peaceful waters. Oh, ah, oh, ah, oh. Many years ago, along the Illinois-Wisconsin border, there was this Indian tribe. They found two babies in the woods, white babies. One of them was named Elizabeth. She was the fairer of the two, while the smaller and more fragile one was named Marie. Having never seen white girls before, and living on the two lakes, known as the Twin Lakes, they named the larger and more beautiful lake, Lake Elizabeth. And thus the smaller lake that was hidden from the highway became known forever as Lake Marie. We were standing by peaceful waters, standing by peaceful waters. Whoa, ah, oh, ah, oh. Many years later, I found myself talking to this girl who was standing there with her back turned to Lake Marie. The wind was blowing, especially through her hair. There was 4 Italian sausages cooking on the outdoor grill, and they was sizzling. Many years later, we found ourselves in Canada, trying to save our marriage, and perhaps catch a few fish. Whatever came first. That night she fell asleep in my arms, humming the tune to Louie Louie. Oh, baby, we gotta go now. We were standing by peaceful waters, standing by peaceful waters. Oh, ah, oh, ah, oh. Oh, ah, oh, ah, oh. The dogs were barking as the cars were parking, the loan sharks were sharking, the knacks were narking. Practically everyone was there. In the parking lot by the Forest Preserve, the police had found 2 bodies. Nay, naked bodies. Their faces had been horribly disfigured by some sharp object. I saw it on the news, the TV news, in a black and white video. You know what blood looks like in a black and white video? Shadows. Shadows! That's what it looks like. All the love we shared between her and me was slammed up against the banks of old Lake Marie. Marie! We were standing by peaceful waters, standing by peaceful waters. Whoa, ah, oh, ah, oh. Whoa, ah, oh, ah, oh. Whoa, ah, oh, ah, oh. Peaceful waters, standing by peaceful waters. Oh, baby. Gotta go now.
I want to share this little clip of an interview of John Prine from 1985 with Bobby Bear and friends, and he's talking about starting his own record label, Oh Boy.
You finally put your thing together with Old Boy Records. How'd they get started?
Well, I was kind of kidding around. I was telling my wife, who was my girlfriend then, I said, boy, I'd like to have my own record company and call it Old Boy. And she said, why? And I said, well, when things are going real good, I could just go, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, what a year we've had. And when things ain't so good, you could go, oh boy, you know. And I just kind of wanted to do it, so I made a red vinyl Christmas single of me singing I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus, and me and Rachel singing, that's my wife, singing my version of Silver Bells, which sounds more like Jerry Lee or something, you know. It's just a different version of it. We put them in red vinyl, so if somebody didn't like my singing, they could sit and look at the Christmas tree just through the red vinyl. And we kicked off the record company.
Well, I'll tell you what, anytime a John Prine album comes out, that's an event. All the commercial record companies, you know, all the major labels, they have no idea what to do with a creative person like you. But you have a new album.
Yeah,
it's out now. In fact, I got a copy of it right here. Aimless Love.
Aimless Love.
John Prine. You look neat there, John.
I know. You know, my hair's never looked like that. It got like that all of a sudden, and then you snapped it, and then it got messy again.
Are you kidding me?
No,
I'll tell you what. You can't get this album anywhere. Anywhere at all. Except from John Prine.
Right, that's it. There ain't no middleman. There isn't no, like, swarthy little character in Cleveland that gets the money from the people that want the music, and then he takes most of it and twirls his mustache and sends me 12 cents, you know? So I'm giving the records right to the people, and they give me the money, and if I can save enough money, I'll make another record, or I might buy a little red boat and send them pictures of me in my boat and say thanks.
Well, I'll tell you what, if anybody wants this album, I can make it easy. Just write to me here at the Nashville Network, and I'll make sure that they get it. And then I'll keep part of it.
I'll be checking your mailbox.
Everything is cool, everything's okay. Why, just before last Christmas, my baby went away across the sea to an island where the bridges brightly burn, so far away from my land, the valley of the unconcerned. I was walking down the road, man, just looking at my shoes, when God sent me an angel just to chase away my blues. I saw 100,000 blackbirds just flying through the sky. They seem to form a teardrop from a black-haired angel's eye. Those tears fell all around me, and it washed my sins away. Now everything is cool. Everything's okay. Everything is cool. Everything's okay. Why, just before last Christmas, my baby went away. And I find it real surprising for myself to hear me say that everything is cool. Everything's okay. Everything is cool. Everything's okay. Why, it was just before last Christmas, my baby went away.
That last segment contained a picture show from the Missing Years featuring Tom Petty. Then I played Lake Marie from Lost Dogs and Mixed Blessings, which was again produced by Howie Epstein. And Bob Dylan was quoted as saying that if he had to pick a favorite Prine song, it would be Lake Marie. Such a fun song to hear John and the band do live. And apparently Bob Dylan also showed up at one of John's really early shows in New York, I believe, and he anonymously played some harmonica with him, which I thought was pretty cool. After that, I played Everything Is Cool from John Prine Christmas, and John really did love Christmas. He kept a Christmas tree in his house all year long, which is just so sweet. Next, we're going to hear from a musician, a friend of John's, Todd Snider. Todd met John in the late 80s while he was recording The Missing Years, and Todd's got a pretty funny story about a now signed Oh Boy artist.
Hey Margo, it's Todd. Thanks for including me. I was just thinking of this Prine story. Or, one time when I was with John on the road, we were in Germany, and after the show, we were all walking back to the car, and you know how people will wait between the bus and the venue for the to give you a cassette or a song, to give you a song or their CD or whatever. And there was this older guy out there waiting for John in Germany, and of course John was polite and he took the CD. But then when we got in the car, we were looking at the titles, and John's not the kind of guy to make fun of anybody, but one of the songs was called Food and Pussy, and he did go like, oh my God, you guys, this song is called Food and Pussy. And then he got it, and he's like, oh, well, we gotta at least see what that is. So he stuck it in the thing, and I don't know if you know that song, but it's actually more profound than the title suggests. And I remember as that song started, I think we were kind of maybe thinking we were gonna make fun of it. But then as it started, you could just see on John's face that he loved it. And it's hard not to, we all were like, oh. And so then we played the next song and the next song. And I could just see John lighting up at it. And this says something about the guy. Before we left that town, John found that guy. And that guy was Dan Reeder. And Dan Reeder's made like 5 albums for Oh Boy now. Anyway, I always thought that was an interesting story. I felt Forrest Gumpy to get to be part of that. Anyway, love you and hope you're doing good. Keep up the great work.
What do you want? I want food and pussy. How come? It's just the way God made me. Is it alright? I guess it must be okay. Who bop 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 shang lang lang lang. What do you want? I want food and pussy. How come? It's just the way God made me. Is it alright? I guess it must be okay. Who bop 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 shang lang lang lang. Two little children lying in bed. One was sick and the other was dead. Went to the doctor and the doctor said, what do you want? I want food and pussy. How come? It's just the way God made me. Is it alright? I guess it must be okay. Who bop 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 shang a lang a lang lang. What do you want? I want food and pussy. How come? It's just the way God made me. Is it alright? I guess it must be okay. Who bop 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 shang a lang lang. Went to the doctor and the doctor said, the only thing that we can do is cut off your head. We'll send it to Berlin, where I have a friend. He'll fix it like it's supposed to be and mail it back again. Oh, what do you want? I want food and pussy. How come? It's just the way God made me. Is it alright? I guess it must be okay. Who bop 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 shang a lang a lang. What do you want? I want food and pussy. How come? It's just the way God made me. Is it alright? I guess it must be okay. Who bop 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 shang a lang a lang. What do you want? I want food and pussy. How come? It's just the way God made me. Is it alright? I guess it must be okay. Who bop 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 shang lang lang lang. What do you want? I want food and pussy. How come? It's just the way God made me. Is it alright? I guess it must be okay.
I'm going to play the best duet ever written in the history of the world. This is In Spite of Ourselves with the lovely Iris DeMint.
She don't like her eggs all runny. She thinks crossing her legs is funny. She looks down her nose at money. She gets it on like the Easter bunny. She's my baby, I'm her honey. I'm never gonna let her go.
He ain't got laid in a month of Sundays. Caught him once and he was sniffing my undies. He ain't too sharp, but he gets things done. Drinks his beer like it's oxygen. But he's my baby and I'm his honey. I'm never gonna let him go.
In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spike our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. She thinks all my jokes are corny. Convict movies and make her horny. She likes ketchup on her scrambled eggs. Swears like a sailor when she shaves her legs. She takes a licking and keeps on ticking. I'm never gonna let her go.
He's got more balls than a big brass monkey. He's a whacked out weirdo and a love bug junkie. Sly as a fox, crazy as a loon. Payday comes and he's a howling at the moon. But he's my baby, I don't mean maybe. I'm never gonna let him go.
In spite of ourselves, we'll end up a-sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spike our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. In spite of ourselves, we'll end up a-sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spike our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. In spite of ourselves.
Shadows make me blue when each weary day is through. How I long to be with you, my happiness. Every day I reminisce, dreaming of your tender kiss. Always thinking how I miss my happiness.
A million years it seems have gone by since we shared our dreams, but I'll hold you again. There'll be no blue memories then,
whether skies are gray or blue. Any place on earth will do, just as long as I'm with you, my happiness. Years it seems have gone by since we shared our dreams, but I'll hold you again. There'll be no blue memories then, whether skies are gray or blue. Any place on earth will do, just as long as I'm with you, my happiness. Just as long as I'm with you, my happiness.
How did you learn to be on stage? And
I didn't. I got up on stage, and normally I was kind of a shy person. And as soon as that one light hit me, I just talked my ass off. I just told stories, and off the top of my head. And mainly I found out I told stories because I was nervous about my singing and playing. I didn't think it was up to par at all. And also I could not tune a guitar. And so I'd stand there on stage going, and do that for I'm talking sometimes 15 minutes. So I had to come up with something, Leo Cocky opened for me once, right? This is early on, and everything Leo plays, even when he tunes, it sounds like a song.
Yeah.
And then I came out, and I'm doing that but in between every song. I didn't think I couldn't afford a guitar tech.
I'd like to introduce my band. We're all from Chicago. Over here on drums, this is Angelo Various. Standing next to Angie here on bass, this is Tommy Pickles Pekarski. Over here in the corner on piano and organ, and harmonica, penny whistle, saxophone, and mandolin, Mr. Howard Levy. This fella back here is playing all the guitar licks I'm supposed to be playing for you, but I just can't learn them as hard as I try. This is Johnny Burns. And I'm Johnny Cash, and this is pretty good. I got a friend in Fremont. He sells used cars, you know. Well, he calls me up twice a year just to ask me how to go. Pretty good, not bad, I can't complain. But actually, everything is just about the same. I met a girl from Venus. Her inside was lined in gold. Well, she did what she did. Said, how was it, kid? She was politely told, pretty good. Not bad, I can't complain. But actually, everything is just about the same. Moonlight makes me dizzy, sunlight makes me clean. Your light is the sweetest thing that this boy's ever seen. Molly went to Arkansas. She got raped by a Dobbins dog. Well, she was doing good till she went in the woods and got pinned up against the log. Pretty good, not bad, she can't complain. Because actually, all them dogs are just about the same. Moonlight makes me dizzy, sunlight makes me clean. Your light is the sweetest thing that this boy's ever seen. Sunlight makes me clean. Your light is the sweetest thing that this boy's ever seen. I heard Allah and Buddha was singing at the Savior's feast, and up in the sky, an Arabian rabbi picked wicker oats to a priest. Pretty good, not bad, they can't complain. Because actually, all of God's are just about the same. Pretty good, not bad, I can't complain. Because actually, everything is just about. Actually, everything is just about. Actually, everything is just about the same.
That was 1978 live album from John Prine and the song Pretty Good. That entire album is incredible. It was released on Record Store Day back in 2015, but he was just on fire that night, so definitely go pick that up. After that, I played My Happiness, a duet with his beautiful wife, Fiona, and listening to that just, it gives me all the feels. But that album, for better or worse, he has, of course, Iris DeMent and him do a couple more duets, Alison Krauss, Leanne Womack, Kathy Mattea, Morgan Stapleton, Amanda Shires. John was really a champion of women just by his actions and by the way that he supported women, and he really had such a profound influence on this generation of songwriters. He just touched so many people, and I know I'm grateful to have known him, and I know everybody that he crossed paths with feels the same way. And now we are at the Tree of Forgiveness, and it makes me sad that John didn't get to do another album, because I know that he was planning that, and I know he had more work to do. But what he left us with was a masterpiece, and I truly believe that it deserved a Grammy, but it doesn't even matter. It's a great record, and I'm going to play Summer's End here. It's Brandi Carlile on the harmony.
Summer's ends around the bend just flying. The swimming suits are on the line just drying. I'll meet you there for our conversation. I hope I didn't ruin your whole vacation. Well, you never know how far from home you're feeling until you've watched the shadows cross the ceiling. Well, I don't know, but I can see it snowing. In your car, the windows are wide open. Just come on home. Come on home. No, you don't have to be alone. Just come on home. Valentines break hearts and minds at random. That old Easter egg ain't got a leg to stand on. Well, I can see that you can't win for trying. And New Year's Eve is bound to leave you crying. Come on home. Come on home. No, you don't have to be alone. Just come on home. The moon and stars hang out in bars just talking. I still love that picture of us walking, just like that old house we thought was haunted. Summer's end came faster than we wanted. Come on home. Come on home. No, you don't have to be alone. Come on home. Come on home. you don't have to be alone. Just come on home.
As I mentioned before, John was always a great supporter of women, and you know, he did it silently in a way by always collaborating with them and taking women on the road to open for him. And he also just signed an artist to his label that's been a friend of mine for a while now, and she's a great songwriter. I'm going to share a duet that they did just within the last year here. This is John Prine, Kelsey Waldon, Kentucky Means Paradise.
Now, a lot of words are spelled the same, but with a different meaning, you see. But here's a brand new way to spell heaven, and it's according to JP. You take a K and an E, an N and a T, a U and a CKY, that spells Kentucky, and it means paradise. You take a chicken and you kill it, put him in a skillet, fry him till he's golden brown, that's southern cooking, and it's mighty nice.
It don't cover a lot when you look on a map, but I didn't study geography when I was sitting on my mammy's lap.
You take a K and an E, an N and a T, a U and a CKY, that spells Kentucky, and it means paradise. You take a K and an E, an N and a T, a U and a CKY, that spells Kentucky, and it means paradise. You take a chicken and you kill it, you put it in a skillet, you fry it till it's golden brown, that spells Kentucky, and it means paradise. It don't cover a lot when you look on a map, no it doesn't. But I didn't study no geography when I was sitting on my mama's lap. You take a K and an E, an N and a T, a U and a CKY, that spells Kentucky, and it means paradise. That spells Kentucky, and it means paradise. Kentucky, that is. See, the kid going to the music business.
Oh, no.
You know, because it's so cruel. When I get to heaven, I'm going to shake God's hand, thank him for more blessings than one man can stand. Then I'm going to get a guitar and start a rock and roll band. Check into a swell hotel. Ain't the afterlife grand? And then I'm gonna get a cocktail, vodka and ginger ale. Yeah, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette that's 9 miles long. I'm gonna kiss that pretty girl on the tilt-a-whirl, 'cause this old man is going to town. Then as God is my witness, I'm getting back into show business. I'm gonna open up a nightclub called the Tree of Forgiveness and forgive everybody ever done me any harm. Why, I might even invite a few choice critics, those syphilitic parasitics, buy 'em a pint of Smithwick's and smother 'em with my charm. 'Cause then I'm going to get a cocktail, vodka and ginger ale. Yeah, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette that's 9 miles long. I'm gonna kiss that pretty girl on the tilt-a-whirl, Yeah, this old man is going to town. Yeah, when I get to heaven, I'm gonna take that wristwatch off my arm. What are you gonna do with time after you bought the farm? And then I'm gonna go find my mom and dad. And good old brother Doug, well, I bet him and cousin Jackie are still cutting up a rug. I wanna see all my mama's sisters, 'cause that's where all the love starts. I miss them all like crazy. Bless their little hearts. And I always will remember these words my daddy said. He said, buddy, when you're dead, you're a dead peckerhead. I hope to prove him wrong. That is, when I get to heaven. 'Cause I'm gonna have a cocktail, vodka and ginger ale. Yeah, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette that's 9 miles long. I'm gonna kiss that pretty girl on the tilt-a-whirl. Yeah, this old man is going to town. Yeah, this old man is going to town. Do-do-do, do-do-do.
I wanted to share one of the best voicemails I've ever gotten on my phone. This is from Amanda Shires and John Prine. They were broken down on the side of the road on tour together.
Son of a bitch.
This is my buddy Salamander Shires, and we're out here and we're out of gas in New Brunswick. What do you think of that? Is that smooch from Margo Price?
Yeah.
Thanks, Margo.
All right, thank you all for tuning in to Runaway Horses, and I just want to send out a special thanks to everyone who helped and contributed to these episodes with John. Oh Boy Records, Fiona Prine, I love y'all, and I can't wait until we can all get together and hug and cry and really celebrate John's life the way that it deserves to be celebrated. But his songs and his memory are going to carry on and last and touch people for a very long time. So here we go. I'm going to leave y'all with a song from an artist named Swamp Dogg, and this is a duet that he does with John from his album Sorry You Couldn't Make It. This was released in 2020. It's a great album, and Jenny Lewis is on it, Justin Vernon. John has 2 duets on here. One is called Please Let Me Go Around Again, and Swamp Dogg and John have a great back and forth banter on that one, and also Memories, and I just have found myself singing this one a lot lately. But until next time, everybody, stay home if you can, stay safe, and be well. See y'all down the highway.
Memories don't leave like people do, and that's why anytime, anywhere, I can still be with you. Memories don't leave like people do, and that's why in my mind I'm always gonna be with you.
I look at your picture and count the days. When you come back, I'll love you just that many ways. The many thoughts of you dancing in my mind keeps me entertained at night and shortens the time.
Memories don't leave like people do, and that's why anytime, anywhere, I can still be with you. Memories don't leave like people do, and that's why in my mind I'm always gonna be with you. My heart takes pictures of you day and night. My memory develops them when you're not in sight. I could see you clearly if I was totally blind, 'cause I don't see you with my eyes. Your face is forever in my mind. Memories don't leave like people do, and that's why anytime, anywhere, I can be with you. I said memories don't leave like people do, and that's why in my mind I'm always gonna be with you.
I'm always gonna be with you. Just us two, me and
Memories don't leave like people do, and that's why anytime, anywhere, I can still be with you. Memories don't leave like people do, and that's why in my mind I'm always gonna be with you. Memories don't leave like people do, that's why anytime, anywhere, I can still be with you. Memories don't leave like people do, and that's why I'm a man. I'm always gonna be with you.
This is the video?
Yeah, it's a video.
We're serving neck about in a swamp water consomme.
Delicious.
With pretzels.